Hi, I'm Anne from OCAT Cloud Apps. In this video, I'm going to show you OCAT Engage. OCAT Engage is about engaging with your customer when you send them a quote to help close sales more quickly. It allows your customer to approve the quote, to add remarks to it, to pay for it, give it a rating, and enter a PIN to open it if you want them to. It allows you to see when the quote was opened and closed, if it was printed, the customer tried to pay for it, and any remarks they've added. So let's have a look at OCAT Engage in action. Selecting address book entries reveals the quote or orders or purchase orders in the OCAT integration beneath. Let's have a look at a quote. In the details section, we see the general details about the quote. The products section is where we add the products that make up the quote. And this is the Engage section, where we have settings to switch on or off depending what we want to engage with the customer about. We'll come back to these in a minute. Let's look at the quote from the customer's perspective. To share it with the customer, we click Share Quote or Order, and we get a live document link to the quote, which we send by email to the customer so that they can view it. At the top here are the Engage options. These are configurable, and these were the ones that were selected for this particular quote. So the customer can approve it, pay for it, add a remark to it, and give the quote a rating. So this customer adds a remark. And also gives it a rating of 5 stars and prints it. So let's have a look what the customer has done. We go back to the order, and we see now that the customer has engaged with the quote in 4 ways. They opened the document at this time, they added a remark which we'll look at, they gave it a rating and that rating was 5 stars, and they printed the quote. So we'll look at the remark, go to the chats for the quotes or orders, the Engage chat, and we see that they've asked if delivery is possible, so we can get back to them on that. So with the information of what the customer did, we can make a decision about how to proceed. So we can go into the quote and perhaps reduce the price to close the sale here, or we could go to the Engage options and we could enable a pop-up remark when the customer opens the quote with a closing statement. Let's look at the other options here for engaging. We can choose a PIN number or generate one, which the customer needs to use to open the quote and to approve it. For this quote, we'll just use the PIN for approval. This is where we've added the pop-up remark, and this is where we enabled the remark for the customer to add to the quote. This is where you enable the rating and the approval and payment. So we'll save the quote now that we've enabled the pop-up. And we'll send the quote again to the customer, or we'll ask the customer to refresh their link. And the pop-up remark appears, discount available for 1 week only. So the customer now decides to approve the quote, agree to the terms and conditions, enter the PIN, and also decides to pay for it. And then changes their mind, perhaps goes back to look at the quote. So we will look again at what the customer has done. So we can see that they opened it again, they approved it, they went to pay for it, and then they cancelled payment. So OCAT Engage enables approval, payment, ratings. It gives you key sales data to make informed decisions to close sales and get paid more quickly. Thank you for watching.